Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to part 2 of a bracelet that I'm making for myself. I have completed using these really pretty little glass beads that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'll just quickly share with you what they are. They're all random, nothing is a match, and I just want to quickly tell you that if you make this, you see how it's loose? I wanted mine to be loose, but you can definitely use some E6000 glue to glue it down. And this one's very plain and simple, it's just clear. And since it's a nautical theme inspired bracelet, I wanted some colors that I think you could see in the ocean. Like, see how this is kind of like marbled, I guess? Different colors, so I did those. And I told you I was going to do 7 of those because I was going to do 7 charms, but I'm going to do more charms, and I think I'm going to try my best to make a chunky bracelet. But these are just random pieces that I got in, what is it called? Not your grandma's closet or your grandma's closet? Or something like that. Let's see. This one right here is the Jessie James Colorful Infusions, and it's $3 at Tuesday morning. But they sell Jessie James packs like this at Joann Fabric for sure, and you probably could get it cheaper than $2.99. I want to get the other one. I can't remember the name, but it's like not your grandma or your grandma's closet or attic or something like that, and you can get those at Hobby Lobby. I haven't seen a button assortment, not a button, I have buttons on the brain. I haven't seen a jewel, like a glass bead jewelry packet at Michael's, besides the big trays that kind of look like this, but they have beads in them. I haven't seen like that little container. But they also sell the one I just showed you at, what's that store called? Hobby Lobby. I think. I don't know. I know for a fact they sell the button packs in the, like the paper crafting area. It doesn't matter. You probably have a store that you can get these from. Some of you probably have local craft stores, or jewelry stores or little bead places. I don't have any of those in my area. They're not really in this area where I live in Mississippi. So anyway, I am rambling. So when I made the part 1, I said I was going to do 21 of these. So I have 7 of those. I have 7 of these random, and then I have 14, I believe, of these. Hopefully I have 14. So I did this one. This one kind of looks like a turtle to me, and it would match well with this little turtle. Uh-oh, I dropped something. Why did you do that? I'll find it. And then I did this one, which I love these colors so much. Then I did this one, and they're a little bit oddballish, and I'm a little bit oddballish, so it works out great. Very cool. And I like this one because, you know, you see orange coral. You definitely see coral in the ocean. And so I just wanted to have different colors in there. And now what I'm going to do is find that little piece, because what I've done is when I disconnected them from the chain that I originally got them on, the little pieces, I kept these pieces on there. Can you even see it? So I kept those pieces on there, but the problem is I just picked this one up, this little turtle, to show you, and I threw it in here somewhere. So let me just dig that out. Okay, so I have pulled out some jump rings, and I'm dropping them all over the place, but I pulled out some jump rings. I don't know what's going on with my desk, everyone. I keep fidgeting around with random stuff on my desk, and I am sure, let's move out the way, little froggy. I'm sure that's what is going on. I have just a lot of randomness going on right now. I need to get these Halloween stamps off my desk and back into their rightful place. I do plan on using them. That's why they're there. Some stuff I probably won't ever take off my desk. So anyway, I just want to make sure you could see just about everything that I could see, because I'm not going to work through the viewfinder. I'm going to be working from my hand, my eyes to my hand. So I quickly want to go over with you what we'll be doing. A recap, I guess. This is the chain that we're going to use, and it is silver. As you can see, these little pieces are all random colors. This is a gold piece that I dropped the chain on again. This is here. I'm not sure if I really care for this one, and I don't know why. It's just very awkward, and it feels like it would hurt if I was to bang my arm against something. I'm only using one anchor, because you'll need one anchor to anchor you down, right? I am also going to be using some random little charms, I hope, that I pulled out of a random charm, some charms that I ordered from AliExpress, and then these little starfish. I'm going to open this up really quickly and use that. A lot of people use their charms to go on their mixed media projects. I haven't made it there yet. I would consider myself to be a looky-loo or a novice. No, not even novice, a beginner when it comes to mixed media projects, and I'm okay with that. I don't understand it yet, you know, like all the different mediums to create textures and all those things, so I'm okay. I have the jump rings. Did I already say that? I have the jump rings, and I'm going to be just grabbing random colors and the lobster claws that I'm going to be using, or the lobster clasps I'm going to be using. And I like to take these and I like to put these on to connect them like that, only because let's say if I lose some weight in my wrist, I can then move the claw from here to maybe here, and I'll show you that at the end. You will probably see me wear this bracelet a few times before you see this video. I know that's backwards. I have a lot of videos already pre-made and I've just been releasing them. I like to have some things stocked up just in case life gets in the way and I can't do my videos. This came from Michael's, and I think it's $9.99, but I got it with a coupon, and I dropped these and lost them. I don't know where they are, but I'm going to probably connect some of these. I just like how these are, and I don't know how to use them that well in this short form. I guess you could put a little bead on there, but that would be a lot of, definitely more pro than I am to curl this over. I'm not that good, so I just like it to add cuteness to it, I guess you could say. I'm going to be using my flat pliers, and I need another pair of flat pliers. I thought I had my needle nose out here, but I didn't, so here we go. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Also, I got these right here from AliExpress. Let me pull this camera out just a smidge. Alright, I think we're cooking with gas now. And so what I am going to do, this is not how you should do it, but since I'm doing it on camera, that's how we're going to do it today, for now at least. I'm going to take a jump ring, and I'm going to take my lobster clasp, and I am going to attach it. What you really want to do is take all of your jump rings, or if you're going to use split rings, you want to take all of those and pull them apart first before you even try to connect things together. But I don't know how long I'm going to be recording this, because this is going to be the end. I only want to do 2 parts, and we're already at 10 minutes. I talk a lot. Oh my goodness, I talk too much. So that's how I'm going to attach those. And you probably could use a smaller jump ring if you so choose to. And I'm going to pull out a few of these little things. I don't really know what they're for. I know some of you ladies are more you make jewelry more than I do, and you're more experienced in it. So tell me what these are for, and if you have a video that you can link me to show me how I'm supposed to actually use those, that would be a great help. So I'm just going to open up and pull out a few. And it doesn't need to be matchy since all of my charms are random colors. I don't want to use that color though. The bright gold, I'm not a big fan of. But since I do have those shells that are goldish, and they're kind of bright, they're really bright, I guess, I want to, you know, have some representation of those. But I'm much more of a silver person. So what I will do, I think I will go ahead and do it the right way so I can show you all the right way in case you're looking for how to do this and it's the first time you saw the video. So I'm going to just pull some of these out and I'm going to go ahead and open them up and then I'll be back. Before I go ahead and get crazy with opening these up, you can do this two ways. You can pull it apart like that, you know, with a twisting motion, if you can. So I have a little bit of strength in my right hand and wrist, more so than with other types of materials, and just do this. You never want to pull apart. You always want to twist like that. These I got from overseas, so I'm not sure if the ones that are quote unquote bought in America are better or not. I could probably say no, because a lot of stuff we do get from overseas that we sell in the stores. I just like getting a larger quantity for a better price. So if you keep that in mind, and like these are smaller jump rings than these are big jump rings. So I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I couldn't find my jump rings. Like, I tore up my jewelry area. I don't have an area, I just have a few containers of jewelry making things, and I couldn't find them. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know what happened to it. I just could not find them, which bugged me. Bugged me, because I'm like, what did you do with it? And if you all remember, I have been making chunky charms, or charm bits, that I was showing you how to do, and I couldn't find it. But I found those, so I'm going to definitely have to run to the store again and buy more, even though I don't know what I did with them. These are fairly inexpensive at the big box craft stores, as well as Walmart, if you were choosing to buy them from Walmart. And so since I've already opened a few, I'm going to move that out the way. My little bead thing was naked when I first started this, and now it's completely clothed. And so whenever I do mine, I always want to put it where I can see it in the middle. For me, it just works better. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to go, but I put it in the middle, and then I kind of place my pieces how I think they would look. And I do have, I'm going to put those to the side. I want to put these on like that. Just, you know, spaced out. Nothing's going to be symmetrical or matchy because it is a chunky, I want it to be a chunky bracelet, which I've never really made a chunky bracelet besides that charm that I made for Kelly that was a bit long. You definitely could have turned it into something else besides what it was. You know, whenever you make something for someone, they can do whatever they want with it, which is always the beauty of handcrafting and creating things for your crafty friends or family that craft. I don't have any family that I know of that crafts. My aunt, she will craft with me if I ask her to, but she's not really a crafter. That was much more of my mom's thing. And I really love this one right here. So pretty, in my opinion. I don't know what they've done to it. It looks kind of burnt, I guess, but it looks very sea-like. This autofocus drives me absolutely crazy. I turn it off and then it comes back on somehow. So you can see already that it is definitely filled with randomness already, and then I still have to put the charms on. I still have to put these big pieces on, so it's going to definitely be a very chunky bracelet that I'm going to enjoy wearing for a few days, and then it'll get on my nerves and I'll stop wearing it. I'm going to go ahead and put some pieces on with you all, and then I will pause it and come back and make it work. So since I only have one anchor, I'm going to put the anchor in the middle, and I'm going to start off with some of my least favorite, I guess. I'm not really feeling this little seahorse, and I think because it's just so on the back, it feels much more abrasive and rough. So if you were to scratch your arm, you could probably, or scratch, rub against something, you could probably damage someone or something. Again, what I like to do when I am putting on charms is I do like to attach 2 jump rings to all of my charms, but I'm only going to do one with this one because it already has the little opening, and I'm going to put it fairly close to the beginning of the end or beginning of the bracelet, depending on how you look at this. And I am not always stable when it comes to reattaching them. I drop this from time to time, which is okay until you're on camera and you're doing it. Okay, so you just want to do a twisting motion like I told you before. And whenever I twist it, I always look at it from the side to see if it's flat, and then if it's not flat, I just take the pliers and I squeeze. And then I look at it up close to make sure I did a good job of squeezing it, and then if I didn't, I just kind of push it together like that. And that's probably why I used to pull them apart versus twisting them apart, but I've learned the error of my ways. And I'm going to put all the charms on first, only because I want those out of the way, and then the chunky pieces or the beads can definitely go on. So I'm going to put my other lobster clasp on here, and they have a bead assister or jewelry maker assister where you can just put your bead like on a loop and complete it like that. I really think I may invest in that. I'm not sure yet, but I think I may. I have to find out and do some searching for it just to make sure it's worth me purchasing, or if I could just get 2 pieces of metal and make it myself. I think where I'm running into the problem is that this one should be on in my left hand, because I feel like this little thin grip is not good enough to close those together. And here we are. So now we can go ahead and really get into it. And I'm just randomly picking a piece, a jump ring, and I'm going to put one of these little cute eye pins on here, which I know is not the real purpose of those eye pins, but I like it like that. Since this bracelet is just for me, I'm not going to be real concerned with if I put it on the front or the back, but when you're making your bracelets, be aware of that, because you want it to fall where it's going to be visual on your skin and not the back of it. So it's good if you do buy charms that have front and back the same versus one-sided, because you have to be careful on how you place them down. And so you just twist like that and connect, and I always try to give it a quick little pinch. And there we are. We have created the beginning and the end of our bracelet. And so that's why I think that they have that little thing. So I think it sits like this and you just connect your pieces. And if you were very much aware of what you're doing, you could probably lay it flat. I've done pieces where I've looked at them like that doesn't look right. It's crooked, and I have to go back and take it off. So if you do create a bracelet, you want to do a little bit and look at it, do a little bit and look at it. And I'm going to go ahead and put the charms on. Once I finish the charms, I'll come back and show you, because we're at 20 minutes already. I did not want to do a part 3. All right, so here we are with all of the charms being placed on the bracelet, and it's very pretty. Yes, I know, I'm biased. But it is very pretty already, and it looks like this. And that's what I was telling you when I first started making this one, that if I added all those extra pieces on, it would be a little bit too big. So I haven't clasped it, but this is how it's going to dangle on my arm. And now what I'm going to do is attach all these little pieces, and I'll come back as I complete all of them. Of course, I'm going to share with you 1 or 2 placements only so you can see how I'm going to do it. And I think I'm going to start off with one of these first. And lucky me, it's already a round on there, a round end, so I don't have to worry about it too much. And this is where you could definitely use your split rings if you so choose to put it on. I am not going to do that, because that would give me another headache. And did you even see what I just did? I'll do another one just to make sure. I chose to do the one that I made, so it's a double loop. And so that's what you have to keep in mind with your jump rings, because of the size of the material that you're putting on to the jump ring and how you're going to close it. It may take up more room. So that's how it looks so far. And then I'll just do another one. I am going to put all of the big ones on first. I think that's what we're going to do. And so you just need to get your piece right here. We're going to put it in between the big charms, not the little ones. I'm going to put it right there, and then I just scoop my piece down, my material down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on right here. And now that I have that on, I'm going to take my other pliers and twist towards each other. So twist it. Just be careful not to twist it too much, because you will break it if you use brute strength like I did earlier. I broke some of the eye pins and head pins. I broke it. So here we are again looking at this, and I do love how it's turning out, and I think it's going to be so pretty, and it makes a lot of noise, which is cool. So yep, I will be back once I finish putting all of these pieces on, and then I'll come back and show you how I put those on, and then we'll be finished. And I hope that I can make it under 33 minutes and 10 seconds. Alright, so I have completed the big charm pieces, the bead pieces, and this bracelet is, 1, getting heavy, 2, looking more and more spectacular as I add more and more things to it, and it's making more and more noise. Now I'm going to go ahead and clasp it together so I can just show you all how it looks without the added pieces on. And of course, at any time you can stop adding to it if you so choose. So right here you see how it has this opening. you don't have to have that much space if you don't want. And that's why I like to have the lobster clasp on there. I'm just taking it off my wrist, and I'm going to show you what I mean about the lobster clasp. Depending on how your wrists are feeling that day, if your wrist is cooperative with you, and if your fingers work properly, you can always tighten your charm bracelet. If you make it where you have two clasps on the end, or even one with enough hoops and loops and things in there. Yep, that's that dingling, jangling sound is me struggling to connect it. And if you have someone that lives in your house, you can always incorporate them to help you. So this is what I did. I just put it one over, and it's still fairly loose, but you can see, and then you can just take this clasp and clasp it there, so you don't have to worry about it just being there and hanging off. I have made jewelry where I've put extra chain on the edge, like at the end, to make it more decorative, but I'm not going to do it on this one. So let's go ahead and add some of these on here. And now what I'm going to do is I am just going to see where I think I may need to put some charms on. Like right here I need one, so I'm going to take, always the same technique for me. I'm just going to lay this down really quickly. Grab a jump ring, put it inside of there, and then I'm just going to grab a piece, and we're going to use this end, and you're going to twist it together. So you take those two ends and you twist together. Just twist it together. Don't pull and push. So you just twist it together. And I really like this one. It looks cute. And I will come back when it's completed. Okay, so this is the completed chunky charm bracelet. There's so much going on here, you cannot even see the little charms, which is so awesome, if you ask me. I am biased all the way. So let's see. I have one piece left over that I could not even figure out where I was going to put it, so I just chose not to put it on at all. So here we are, and I love this. This is my first time ever creating something like this for myself. I have did chunky charms, but not this chunky, and I definitely will be revisiting this, maybe in some different colors. As you all know, I make charm bits, and I just kind of store them and keep them for upcoming projects. If I did a pocket letter, something like that, that would definitely be a reason to keep them. I'm going to try to see if I can't do this really quickly before I hit the 30-minute mark, and I did. Yay me. Okay, so here we are, and just a quick look around. It looks bare right here only because this is where you connect everything to, and that's okay. So here you are. Some of the pieces are backwards, which is fine. I probably put it on backwards. So you have this little turtle, some charm bits, these little danglies that I told you I like adding to there, and it's twisted, so I have to put it on better. We have this, which is cute, the anchor, this little piece, and I hope that you all think that it looks oceany, if not ocean inspired. It definitely looks like the ocean to me. It has all the colors of the ocean. And I just want to say thank you all for hanging out with me while I made this bracelet. I really, really enjoyed it. I will be making more. I may even do some for a giveaway at a later date in time. But as it stands right now, I love this thing and it's all mine. So thank you for watching. Happy crafting.